Alright, so we're back into another Dragon Ball Super card game video, and today we have some gameplay. It's going to be me versus Rob, using Mechikabura versus the set 13 Blue Gohan. And to start it off, we already did our first couple of turns in Mulligan. I went ahead and made sure that I can get as many balls into my hand if I didn't see any, or one of the 4-cost battle cards, which apparently I have 4 salsa in my life for some reason. But I went ahead and went second and swing, which is a little bit better because that can get you awakened a little bit quicker. Gohan does put out a number of cards, so he can go a little bit aggro. So just, it just really depends if you should go second, or if you want to go second, that is, to awaken faster, and as well as to what you want to drop. So here I went ahead and I had 2 of the 1-drop Mechikaburas, so I pitched the 0-cost ball and as well as the Mechikabura to draw 2 for both of them. And then here I was thinking of using the next ball in order to do that, but I wanted to get as much value as I wanted to, or as I can, with the Toa, which here he's going to have to awaken to play a 2-cost vanilla, and that's going to be a little bit better as far as to get the main value for Toa. So the other thing here is if this is going a little bit too fast, or if you need to know anything, you always can put a comment below and ask, what happened, or if we missed something or made a mistake, or if should have done something else. And of course you can pause in case you miss anything, or you can slow down the video at the bottom right here with the gear icon. But now I'm going to go ahead and use the Shroom. He is pretty effective in this matchup. He does read where you can warp a 3 or less into their warp on their field. One thing about this is says your opponent does choose 1 battle card in their warp or their drop to their warp it. But I'm not sure if they get that effect actually. But knowing this, I'm just going to go ahead and use the Toa anyway. But I'm going to first use the Mechikabura effect in order to get the last ball, and as well as use a super combo to get over and just filter just a little bit more and make sure he takes that damage early on. I'm going to go ahead and just pitch the other ball to draw the 2, and then now I should have anyway 7 into my drop, which I can go ahead and awaken and draw 1. So now going against Blue, by the way, just depending on the matchup, for this one you want to hold your Toa, so that way you can go ahead and just just start taking the stuff. With the leader effects, you just bottom deck 1 and just choose one of the 4 or less battle cards in their field. I'm going to go ahead and warp the other ones just so I can set up for the requirements to have in his warp. That is, I'm at 6 life as well, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and play the Salsa, which can draw me a card after he warps 1 from the drop as well. And he has to go ahead and use the trigger for all of the ones that I'm using, which is to warp 1 from his hand, to draw 1. Again, you're getting info. He's getting the counterplay Trunks out of his hand, so now I know he has 1 less counterplay. Now I know he does play it, so anytime he does, you have a unison. There's one of 2 things that's going to happen. I have to watch out for anything I do play for deflect, but thankfully in the Mechikabura you basically use a lot of things for 1 energy, or if it has deflect. Basically, he plays a Nimbus again. I'm going to swing with his own 20k vanilla, which is kind of funny. And I do have a pretty good hand here. I have a blocker on board. I'm still at 6 life. I'm not really too afraid of tapping out here as well. He does use the Krillin, I do believe, in order to play out another vanilla and paying 1. I'm gonna go ahead and swing to my leader in order to get the vanilla to get to attack. I'm probably gonna go ahead and whatchamacallit, combo out of this one, which I do. Taking cards in my hand is not too big of a deal. He has 12. Usually I like to have games where you can feature the deck to its fullest capacity in different matchups. And in this game, we're kind of messing around, but I thought it was a pretty good example of what Mechikabura could do and what kind of cards you should really watch out for. And I'll explain that in just a little bit. But I do draw the Goku, which is a little bit late. It's unfortunate. But like I was telling you guys in the deck profile, it's better to have a higher number of cards in your deck just for these wish leaders. I generally don't really recommend that, simply because it's better to have a less. You draw more. If you draw more, you see more of the cards if it's a 50 card deck than a 54 or 55 card deck. But here, not seeing the Goku and not seeing that extra card as far as the ball is kind of annoying. I steal one more of the the vanilla Trunks, which is pretty funny. He can go ahead and respond to this Toa, but 1 energy, I'm just going to go ahead and use it again. It's not that big of a deal. I do have Kai in my hand as well. Because he hatched here, it's kind of annoying because, you know, I have a huge board. I have my triple attacking Mechikabura as well. And I told Rob here that if he doesn't kill me, I'm going to try to go for game next turn. Especially since I have the Kai here. And I'll explain why I messed up, and you know, what was the better choice here. But he does play the 1 drop, well, 1 cost, I should say, Gohan, because he does have a skillless out. I have 2 up for Poutine as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and use her. Probably to bottom deck something here. I think something happened here. Oh, he used the God Seal. It went so fast, I completely forgot about it. Here's the thing that comes in clutch here, which is the Darkness Judgment. Unfortunately, I didn't really get any value of the 1 drop Mechikabura, which is why I'm a little effy about that card. I still really like it if you get it out turn 1, which I did. I just had better plays to do since he was building a board full of 20Ks. Having this black bean basically is pretty nice. I think he forgot that I had 20K as a leader. But he went ahead and forgot, or didn't combo out because he was 19K to my 20. He's swinging to my leader for 15K. He's using the effect to untap 1. I'm gonna go ahead and combo out after his 20 combo for Krillin, and then he passes the turn. So 6 cards in my hand, 9 cards in his. He has a 7 marker baby, and everything in my hand other than my Kai, which he can God Seal, but it's not really that big of a deal since you can just pay 1 more. Basically what I told Rob was like, I'm gonna go ahead and YOLO this one and try to go ahead and take game with all of your vanillas, the 20K vanillas, and the only thing that's going to be a bit of a deterrent is maybe a bean and maybe a number of counters that might get out of my way, or get in my way I should say. But I'm going to go ahead and use the triple attacking effect. Again, a bean would be very annoying here. One of the things I always told Rob, well, I didn't really tell him, but now I'm going to tell him, if he ever watches this video, put bean in your deck. It might be a little bit better for you. There's a 15 to his leader. I have a 30K double striker from the 8 cost, 2 blockers, the shroom, and then 4 vanillas. I wish I had some overwhelm here. I talked about it in the deck profile, the complete breakdown. Just throwing in 1 or 2 overwhelm cards, maybe the Bardock that dual attacks or something of that sort might be a little bit better here, just so you can just push for game a little bit more, especially since your leader is going to be attacking 3 times. I think he is going to go ahead and use the Zeno. He took it back because I think he realized that I have Shroom on board. As soon as he swings, it's just going to warp whatever he plays as far as vanillas. I think the better play here, by the way, for those who are watching and get to see me make a mistake here, the tide's turning, was probably not to tap out, for one. Even if with 2 blockers, Blue does play Zamasu. They play a lot of different things that can get around and remove things nowadays, especially lower cost things like 4 or less. But now you're going to see a barrage of counters that he had. Kind of explains a little bit as far as what happened to his hand and why he took every swing. So he basically negated me 4 times in a row with the dimension magic, and then I get to go in on my 30k, going to 30, 40, 50, and then just leaving the Toa blockers on board. He's gonna go to 20, 30, 40, 50. I think he just went to 50. I may have miscounted there. But unfortunately I couldn't push through. He had 2 cards in hand. I had 2 blockers. I wasn't really too worried is what I'm saying here. He went in charge of TN, and then everything breaks loose, or everything just goes awry with a triple striking triple striking bottom deck everything from my field that doesn't have barrier, which I will give back his vanillas, and I will bottom deck my cards, in which he will swing with his leader, and then swing with the baby, which now has 7 markers. Now, if it wasn't for his 7 markers on his baby, which now he reduced, and now he drew into a baby, I think I would have been fine. But now Rob has top decked a baby, and now he has won the game. So I thought this was a pretty fun video to watch because it is a little bit different. The whole switcheroo of games here has been a little bit annoying, or not annoying, but a little bit different, but very cool because of the baby, because of the Gohan, and because of all the effects and the overextending. This is just a reminder to everybody that, you know, energy management is still pretty important in Dragon Ball, even though we have a lot of free play and low cost play. So definitely check out the complete breakdown, and as well as the deck profile by Rob for his deck, and as well as mine. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.